Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, all praise, and all glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honor to the elder apostles and bishops of the great millstone that rule well. And as always, peace, blessings, and salutations until the for elect tabernacle of David scattered abroad across the four winds of the earth. Now, Donald Trump, man, he's doing a magnificent job unifying all these world leaders. You know, now that's real unity right there, man. You know, getting all of them motivated and unified to basically get back at the whore. You know, Trump he's doing a fantastic job, man. You know, this right here, you know, I mean, the prophecy, you know, gives you the perspective, you know, and it's to be expected, but man, like the scriptures say, you know, the vision is yet for at a point in time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. And all this that's going on right now, you know, with him, you know, tossing all these tariffs around, you know, like Oprah, you know, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Yeah, he's saying, yeah, you get tariffs, you get tariffs, you get tariffs. And it's all unilateral. So he's just, you know, making enemies of friends. All right. And that's, you know, one of the ways that you know, put yourself into a corner, you know, get yourself backed into a wall. So anyway, in the wake of all this going on, China, Japan, South Korea, you know, they all came together, you know, in the midst of this tariff situation. And it's pretty much kind of like a countermeasure to the tariffs. And we know what this spells. This is going to hurt the U.S. population. It's going to hurt the citizens. It's going to affect their pockets even more. And America's already hurt. All right, the inflation, housing, the food prices, gas, with people already being laid off, with you know, a lot of you know, government programs, entitlement programs, SNAP benefits, all these different things getting clipped, while he's also throwing these tariffs out there. So, yeah, this place is gonna descend into more hurt. All right. Matter of fact, let me do this. Let me just grab this one precept. And I bet a lot of you MAGA Trump tards, I know y'all sick in the head. Y'all feeling real sick right now. At least the ones of you that got some sense, you know, that have a brain. All right, because Trump, he got some cult, you know, followers too. But yeah, this is getting crazy. Jeremiah 51:8, it says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. All for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. You know, and it's only going to get worse from here on out. Every move that he's making is only to apply more pressure. All right, economically, more tyrannical. This is becoming quickly a dystopia. All right, and what we're going to see from this, you know, months down the line, you're going to see unrest. All right, the people are going to start to lose it. People are going to, you know, finally come out of their homes and take it to the streets. Like, you're going to see more of that. All right, and it's going to get crazy. And you think Trump cares? No. You think the elites that's pulling the strings, you think they care? No. They're moving forward with their agenda. All right, this was all part of the conspiracy of the wicked. This is the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. All right, we've been warning you. All right. Now these conditions, you're getting ready to feel these birth pains. If you think it's crazy now, just wait down the line. So that wound, there's nothing that you can do to soothe it. There's no ointment. There's no balm. It says, and let us go everyone into his own country. So, you should see the writing on the wall. If you of another nation and you happen to be here, you should see the writing on the wall. Everybody's preparing for war. The economy is getting worse and worse. People are they're getting more restless. More people is out of work. People can't sustain their own livelihoods. Evictions is at an all-time high. Homelessness. You better see the writing on the wall, or be stuck in this big prison house, which really is going to go across the globe. This whole global system, this digital global penitentiary is going to be global. It's going to be worldwide. But you here in the States, oh man, their design is to model everything after what you see in China. Social credit systems, digital identification. And then pretty soon your monetary system is going to be all digital, nothing fiat. So that they can see all transactions, all that is coming. And this is what comes with the transition of this system. It's coming with travail. So that means we got to do all these cuts, or basically we got to break this system down, fire everybody. All right, replace with AI technology. That's what this is all about. It says, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies. So there it is, man. We getting ready to see some stuff, man. But right now, while this is going on within the country, these other nations, man, they like, yo, is homeboy serious? We gonna have to come together to do something about this whore. We got to do something about this orange faced emperor. So let's listen to this. This is only a minute, 10 seconds. This is China, Japan, and South Korea. All right. Pretty much creating, I guess, a team effort to combat, these U.S. tariffs, dealing with this trade war. Right. So let's listen to this real quick.
참여한 RCEP의 이행을 강화해 나가면서 한중일 FTA 협상을 통해 3국 간 교역과 협력을 확장할 수 있는 틀을 만들어 나가야 합니다.
我々を取り巻く国際環境は日々変化をし、不安定性を増しています。こうした状況であるからこそ WTO や経済連携協定を通じたルールベースの構築、ルールベースの国際経済秩序を維持強化していくことが大変重要であります。
当前受地缘政治博弈加剧、单边主义及保护主义蔓延等因素的影响，全球经济正承受着。
Hold on, let me back that up.
WTO や経済連携協定を通じたルールベースの構築、ルールベースの国際経済秩序。
So he's basically, because of this trade war with all these tariffs, all right, coming from this wild guy, that we have to create this whole system. We had to create these partnership agreements together to continue to trade amongst each other. And we can stay stable, all right, within this trade war if we stick together and continue trade with one another, and it doesn't just benefit one party, but this is going to hurt them, because a lot of the stuff that we manufacture and trade with them, hey, it's going to get taxed and they're going to have to pay a hefty penny, for these goods. So this is only going to hurt the people, but they're not losing any sleep. Business is going to continue on, but with each other. So Trump, he thinks he's intimidating these nations and making noise, but they're like, well, we could just turn to each other. He can throw them wherever he wants. But that's just gonna further hurt their economy, and their citizens are gonna feel it the most. So you're gonna start to see a lot of unrest here in the States, man. You're gonna see a lot of instability, in which the scriptures warn about that. Let's go to Luke 21 real fast. This is Luke 21, and I'll start at 8. It says, and he said, take heed that you be not deceived, for many shall come on my name, saying, I am the anointed, and the time draweth near. Go you not therefore after them. But when you shall hear of wars and commotions, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. And, the commotion is going to come from the people. The people, they're going to express their disapproval, dissatisfactory. They're going to get tired, and they're going to go out there, and, it's going to be some revolting. And we usually go into 2 Ezra 15, where it talks about, there being seditions, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes, but the courts of their acts shall stand in their power. That's what's going to bring forth that commotion. Because when you ain't got nothing left, what is it saying? When the people have nothing left to lose, they lose it. So we're gonna see a lot of unrest and instability. Just look up that word for commotions. I always make sure I bring this word out.
Strong's G 181. Akatastasia. Akatastasia.
Akatastasia. And it says from G 182, instability, i.e. disorder, commotion, confusion, tumult. And that's, basically from the state of the people. And we've been telling you, man, these are the beginning of sorrows. All right. These trade wars are the beginning of something that's going to lead to, just all out, pandemonium on earth. And the people are going to be, distressed. So that's what this is all going to lead to. All right. And then, and eventually, with war on the brink, any day something might happen between the U.S. and Iran, and Russia has already given a warning. You better not. So it can go up, but we know that the Most High got the angels holding back the winds. All right. For the sake of prophecy, so that all the elect would be sealed, and also the MOTB. All right. But these other nations, they're gonna choose a side. And America, Babylon the Great, is not gonna go the way they think it's gonna go. All right. The Lord, let me get this. When you make all these enemies, and the Lord's already trying to draw, but not trying to, he is going to draw all these nations into war. All right, that's going to be the final world's war. Everybody's going to get involved with this. And right now it's starting, economically with all these trade wars. Obadiah 1:1, it says, the vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise ye, and let us rise up against her in battle. All right. So the Lord is the one that's mustering the host. Okay. He wants to draw these nations out for war. He's lining these nations up, but he's stirring up the conflict, all right, politically and economically first. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, and that's Esau. Because you mainly, when you, by the time this is all, at its height, all you're gonna have is Babylon and Zionist Israel against everybody else. You're making enemies out of your own allies. Japan, they kind of been on the fence anyway because they remember what you did. All right, going back to the Second World War, they remember what happened with Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right, so yeah, man, and then China, they've been calling your bluff for the longest. You've been in debt to them for so long. All right, they know that you have some interest in Taiwan, but they're already making military moves to surround Taiwan. So they're daring you and baiting you to try to move over there because you're already sending warships over towards the Middle East, just in case Iran attacks. Was that the Diego Garcia, whatever it's called? So Babylon is getting baited, front, left, center. So you're making more enemies, and you're losing allies. The president of Turkey, he came out, basically said we need to get rid of Zionist Israel. So he already choosing a side. So when it's all said and done, who's going to be left? To be right next to the whore. It says, "Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen; thou art greatly despised. The pride of thine heart have deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock, whose habitation is high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground?" You look at Trump's countenance, you look at Elon, all right, and all their overlords. That's their attitude right now. It says, "Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, thence will I bring thee down, saith the Lord." And that's what he's going to do. He's going to bring this devil down, man. He's too damn proud and arrogant. All right. He has no choice but to just go all out because this is his kingdom, but he's losing it. By the seconds. That's Revelation 12:12, where the devil shall come down having great wrath, knowing that he had but a short time. So he might as well go all out. And he's making nothing but enemies in the process. So let's finish this video.
維持強化していくことが大変重要であります。
当前受地缘政治博弈加剧、单边主义及保护主义蔓延等因素的影响，全球经济正承受着不稳定性和不确定性的巨大的压力。中日韩三国肩负着促进区域乃至世界繁荣的重要责任，应共同维护自由贸易和多边贸易体系，反对单边主义和保护主义，持续推进区域经济一体化进程，为世界经济注入强劲的动力。
So, yeah, Babylon then did so much. You got BRICS that are formulated. Now you got, this whole trade agreement. So you got the Eastern Pacific uniting together. You got BRICS. Like what other nations are going to, join together and unify because of this devil, man? So this is beautiful, man. Trump, hey, I applaud you. So let me play this one now.
know that many of you feel let down by our oldest ally. Yes, we must brace for the impact that this will inevitably have. Europe has everything it needs to make it through the storm. We are in this together. If you take on one of us, you take on all of us. So we will stand together and stand up for each other. Our unity is our strength. Europe has the largest single market in the world, 450 million consumers. That is our safe harbor in tumultuous times. And Europe will stand at the side of those directly impacted. We have already announced new measures to support the steel and cars sectors. Last week, we limited the amount of steel that can be imported to Europe tariff-free. This will give more breathing space to these strategic industries. Now, we will also convene strategic dialogues with the steel, the automotive, and the pharmaceutical sectors, and others will follow. Europe stands together for our business, for our citizens, and for all Europeans, and we will continue to build bridges with all those that, like us, care about fair and rules-based trade as a basis for shared prosperity. Thank you.
And I'm going to end on this note. This is Revelation 17 and verse 16. And it says, and the 10 horns, and that's your NATO, your EU, which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. All right. And the Most High is going to put the Spirit on them to do it. Because they're getting sick and tired at this point. So, hey, it's beautiful, man. Prophecy is speaking. All you wicked niggas in Israel getting exposed. A lot of wicked 2/3, coming against the ministry. All right. Everybody's fulfilling their purpose right now. And it's beautiful to see. Okay. So, and with that, I'm going to give all honor, all praise, and glory to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And until the next one, Shalom.